YouTube, what's good everybody? This King Dooms. This might be my last Gears of War video talking about the next gen, the next Gears of War 4, Gears of War Pendulum Wars, whatever they gonna call it, and that's if there's one. But it's been heavy speculation about it going on for some time now, so putting in my last input for the last part, y'all. Part 5, final part. First part I covered the melee from Judgment, how that cannot be in the next Gears. Part 2 I covered content and maps we needed, just like Gears 3. Gears 2, we need all that content. That's what keeps the longevity in games, especially games like Gears that come out every 3 years. Well, about to be probably soon, because I don't think it's gonna release until 2016. That's me. And number 3, part 3. And part 3, talking about gameplays and controls, self-explanatory. What I was talking about in that, just let us customize our own controls, let us control what our buttons that we want. Simple as that. Then number 4 was bringing the horror back campaign, scarier maps, stuff like that. Judgment didn't seem that scary at all. Gears 1 through 3 was scary, so bring that horror feel back. And now number 5, the final part. Didn't get in on the online, man. Online features, game modes, stuff that needs to be removed, mechanics, stuff like that. The first thing I wanted to talk about was removing the leaderboards for quick match. Some of y'all might agree, some of y'all might not agree, but let's be serious. Why would we care about leaderboards that have to do with a mode with bots in it? Think about that. Competition is something I take serious. It's something that I look forward to every time I play Gears, and you find that all the time in rank match when you play Gears of War, especially in execution. You'll probably find it in other modes, Team Deathmatch, King of the Hill, etc. Rank match is where the competition is at. I highly doubt, I'm not saying it wasn't, I'm not saying there is, I highly doubt the competition that there is in quick match is not the same as a rank match at all. It can be, because you got bots, you join the room with people already up 3-1. You can't take that serious, you just playing that for fun. So if it's just for fun, why is there leaderboards for it? Everybody chase leaderboards, they'll do what they can to get to that #1 spot. And quick match is one of the easiest ways to get up there. You could just join a room by yourself with nothing but bots, and all that counts up to the leaderboards, man. And that was just a pet peeve of mine, because I feel like a lot of competitive dudes that I used to play Gears 1 and 2 that I didn't see at all in Gears 3. I'm pretty sure that they had Gears 3, but didn't see them at all. I feel like they was all in quick match. Quick match always had a greater number of people playing that than ranked. I feel like the reason for that, the leaderboards in quick match, which I think should be removed. It could be other reasons, that's just my speculation, what I think about it, and I think it should be removed. Simple as that. Agree, disagree, let me know what y'all think on that. Online modes. All I care about is execution. I ain't gonna lie. I'll play the other modes, of course, if they bring the medals back, which seems like Gears reward system, I could say. Pretty sure it's gonna be in every Gears here on out in the future. But majority of the time, I'm gonna be playing execution. Execution needs to be in the game from the jump. That's cool that they brought out these new modes and expansion packs on Judgment. Lost Relics had Breakthrough, and I just feel like all the modes should be on Gears from the jump. That's just me. I just feel like all the modes should be on the game from launch. That's cool, holding back new modes. Just give the execution players execution at launch. Next thing I want to get into, of course, is character customization. 4 Gears of War games, third-person shooter, you get to see your character and the armor skins, weapon skins that he or she possesses. And we haven't had no character customization, man. I feel like it's about that time we should get character customization. I always want sleeves on Coltrane. I said this in an earlier video. Gears is the perfect game for character customization. I don't see why Call of Duty, Halo, all these first-person shooters got all these character customizations, and you can't even see them. It makes no sense, but you can see your person in Gears and they don't have it. Now, how backwards is that? So, get a character customization in, maybe a crate, a gear, a call, something like that. Create a Locust. Also bring Locust back. Just had to throw that in there. But yeah, we need character customization, plain and simple. Going into the regular game settings for the online, just keep it, of course, first to 5, 10-second bleeder, how it always been. No real dramatic change, man. Next thing, weapon map placement. Judgment was missing this dearly. It was really no reason to rush on Judgment because it was nothing worth fighting for. You spawn with the power weapons right next to you, and you just camped on those. with them respawning after you ran out of ammo, you'll just go back and get some more and just camp again. And that took away the rush aspect and judgment. There was always ways around it, of course, but not being able to rush when you want to was kind of annoying. I'm a rushing player, really. I can play all types of ways, but I love to rush. That's where all the action is, where I get all my clips from. And Judgment didn't have none of that at all. So, and that basically has to do with the maps, map design. Next Gears of War, I don't want no maps, anything like Judgment. I think we all can agree with that, because the maps didn't seem Gears at all. It's some maps where you fought for weapons, but those is like on the new maps. Streets, you fought for the flame nades, but that was so easy to take over when you spawn outside. That was just so easy. Not outside, when you spawn under torque, but that was just so easy to take over because you was right there in front of it, and you got 2 doorways to come through. It was just too easy, man. I'm moving on to gameplay mechanics. I can't really put my 2 cents in on this because, like they said, if y'all remember the Gears 3 beta, like when they was making the videos talking about how they're gonna make Gears 3, the making of Gears 3. If y'all remember watching those, I used to watch those a lot. And I remember Lee Perry was talking about, people was asking, is it gonna be like Gears of War 1? Is it gonna be like Gears of War 2? We're gonna make it like Gears of War 3. That's what he said. So it's really no placement on how the gameplay should be. If I had something to say about it, I would want the feel to be like Judgment, because the movement in Judgment was nice. I didn't really get stuck on that game like I did previous Gears. The movement in Gears gets better every game, so they're moving in the right direction for that. I just feel like if you let us customize our controls, like how I want the roll button to be X, but I want to run and slide and get in cover with A. It's like the alternative controls, but I'm just making the roll button on its own. I'm not running with X. It's little stuff like that that I want in Gears, and that's really my only gameplay feature on it. So yeah, and people can say what they want gameplay wise, but Gears of War, you can't argue with the gameplay at all. Gameplay always gonna be fun in its own type of way, no matter what Gears you play. To me, it's just about the controls, what controls you comfortable with, your sensitivity, stuff like that. Well, Gears 2 was horrible. If y'all remember that first night was just horrible. You couldn't even blind fire the shotgun, simple stuff like that. But they fixed on that stuff, which is why I said it's really no need to fix on gameplay, because we're going to give them that feedback once we play Gears. Gears of War, to me, is one of them games you gotta adapt to. Like when we first played Gears 1, we perfected Gears 1. Moved on to Gears 2, was a whole new game, but we adapted to it. Gears 3, whole new game, adapted to it. That's what makes it fun. Different feel, different movement. I like adapting to new gear. So however they do gameplay, like I said, that's how they gonna do it. The flaws, we gonna give them feedback on, of course, in the forums, Twitter, stuff like that. So that's it for that. Is there really anything else to touch on? Oh, well, I also like to see a beta tester. I would love to see that, man. Of course, everybody would love to see that, man. You gotta have a beta. The Gears of War 3 beta was a huge shit. I remember sending a tweet to Jay of the numbers that they did in the beta. I think it was like 11 million games played with 1.29 million people. And Major Nelson, he had tweeted that like April of that year the beta came out, when it ended, I believe. That was a crazy number. I'm like, yeah, so y'all doing numbers like this on the beta, but y'all not saying nothing about no new Gears. Everybody should have that mindset, like, it's gonna be a new Gears. They make way too much money. Microsoft is not gonna let that go. Halo and Gears of War is his 2 top dogs. They both are $1 billion franchise. Microsoft is not gonna let them go, and they bet not. God damn, that's the only reason why I bought an Xbox One over PlayStation 4. Goddamn DMR and all that shit that they try to pull back in May. But that's going off topic. Just basically would like to see it better, man. Don't want that game to be nothing like Judgment. That's why I said that. Judgment is the last Gears that came out, and usually that's what most companies build off of. But hopefully Epic will build off for nothing. Just build this new Gears from scratch. Take the feedback from the fans. Plain and simple, man. If they keep it plain and simple, we'll have the Gears we want, and they'll get all the money that they gonna get. Simple as that. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I hope this is not my last Gears video. This is my last Gears video on my computer that I got recorded. I don't have a 360 no more. I just found this by luck. So, oh, also, if I was to guess release date, I also said this earlier. I was saying it'll be like 2016. It would make perfect sense for them to announce. I don't want to say announce it at this year E3 because that's way too early if you release a game in 2016. But it's been games like that, like Super Smash Bros. Brawl. That got announced at 06 E3, but it didn't come out until 2008, 2 years later. So if we see an announcement at E3, it would be surprising to me. But I don't think we're going to get released until 2016. Of course, they're going to want to do the Gears of War 10th anniversary thing like they did Halo. Makes perfect sense. That's y'all two money makers. People are big fans of them two games, so it just makes perfect sense. So yeah, it'll be November 2016 to me. That'll be the release date. November 7th, 2016. I remember the day Gears 1 came out, man. That's crazy. But that's all I really had to talk about that. That's the last part 5 of Next Gen Gears of War. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know what y'all feedback is. If you agree, disagree with some things, I'm willing to comment back, man. Y'all know I respond to my comments. So subscribe, like, comment. Y'all see the little layout at the bottom of the screen looking lovely right there? Yeah. Made that myself, but it's something simple, something light. But I'm signing out, y'all. King Dooms. Peace.